Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. All right, we're going to start the podcast in 3, 2, 1. Yo, and hello, and welcome to Game Speak Podcast. New episodes go for free feed subscribers every Wednesday in audio format on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast platforms, as well as in video format on YouTube so you can see us in stunning HD, where we need you to hit subscribe and click that notification bell. We are streaming live every Monday at 7:50 p.m. CST on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast, Facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast, and on YouTube if you want to catch the show as it happens before anyone else. Be sure to go ahead and join our ever-growing community in the GameSpeak Podcast Discord at dsc.gg/GameSpeakPodcast to hang and talk games, battle and catch Pokemon, get show updates, and find friends to play games with, and so much more. This show is 3 BFFs bringing you the hottest video game news of the week. I'm one of your hosts, Jamal Al-Jafra, alongside Brent Bale.
Hey!
What, y'all?
Devin Mayer. He didn't make it.
The mayor has left the building. Yeah, he's feeling kind of bad. So, we're just kind of having like the ever-changing, chairs.
Yeah,
for
the rotation is
the rotation.
strong.
Yeah. The ever, what is it called? The ever rotating.
The musical chairs? No.
The ever rotate. I'm just gonna call it the ever rotating table of merry gentlemen. I don't know what the fuck this is, but yeah, it's just there's been a lot going on, and sorry I haven't been posting as much in the group. I'll get back to that here soon. Now that life is kind of somewhat getting back to normal, but anyways. What'd you do this week, Brent?
Man, I did a lot of stuff. Hang on, I wrote it all down because I always forget. By the time we get to the podcast, you're like, what did you do? And then I'm like, I don't know. No, okay. The reason I missed last week was because I went to go watch that solar eclipse.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It was
How was
really,
that?
I'll have to show you some pictures and stuff that I got. It was actually fucking life-changing. Like, it was really, really cool. Like, it was a lot bigger than I thought it would be. And, like, all the pictures I take make it look like it's, like, a little speck in the sky. But it was, like...
It was huge.
It was like that fucking show Heroes, only cooler. Like, it was fucking really, really neat. Like, the whole... Like, it got dark as fuck, and then, like, the eclipse was just, like, massive and, like, just... And it wasn't like, like in the pictures, it's like a yellow sun-like looking light coming around it. Like, it was like a white light in the sky. Just like, it was fucking
It's hard to
phenomenal.
explain if you haven't seen it.
It was really hard to explain, yeah. It was really, really pretty, though.
Did you feel the ecliptic power surging through your
ecliptic
body?
Power, bro. I filled up with ecliptic power. It was really cool. I got a lot of neat pictures I'll have to show you. But
start screaming, and your hair grows and like just goes blonde, and like everyone's running from you. And
it's exactly how it happened, actually.
Yeah.
But then, like, on the way down there, that we went to Llano to watch that. My parents have some property in Llano. But on my way down there to Llano, my fucking car gave up on me. Just completely took a fat shit.
Damn.
I know. So luckily my sister had an extra car, so they just like got a new car, and they were like, "Here, you can just use this one until we get your." So now I'm riding around in this like little green, which I'm grateful for.
Is it the Fiesta?
It's the Fiesta.
I remember when your sister got that car when I worked at the movies.
Yeah, it's been through a lot, and it's on its last leg. I'll tell you right now.
What's wrong with it?
Well, it's missing a side mirror. It feels weird when you drive it. You know what I mean? You roll the driver's side window down, and it'll like come off the track entirely, and then get stuck. You know what I mean? There's a lot of weird things.
She's street racing the Fiesta, dude?
Bro, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Not the Fiesta.
So I'm riding the Fiesta now, and I got this lime green car. I traded my, like, bright-ass blue car for a bright-ass green car.
Hey, man, it's a party, though.
Yeah, it is a party. So, I'm driving a party.
So what are you doing with it? Like, what's the plan? Like, how, are you going to trade in your blue one for a different one?
Right now, I'm just going to drive this bad boy until the fucking wheels fall off. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So
I don't know if the blue one is going to be fixable on my budget because it's like a transmission thing. You know what I mean?
Shit, dude.
Yeah.
What you should do, well, then you'd have to make car payments. That's the only problem. I was going to say you can trade or take that blue car to CarMax and get it appraised or whatever, and even if you don't want to sell it to CarMax, see how much they'll give you, because they give you the most out of like anybody. Don't ever buy a car from CarMax, but sell, go get the appraisal. They'll give you a sheet saying we'll give you this much money for it. Then you go to like a dealership in town and you're like, hey, I want to trade my car in. It's not working and it's got some issues, but I want to trade it in for another car as like a down payment, on another car. And they'll be like, we'll give you like $1,000. It's not working or whatever. And then you show them that appraisal and they're like, fuck. Because like, dude, I took my 2010 Corolla, like barely fucking working Corolla up to CarMax and they offered me $5,000, like just right off the bat. Like my buddy Brian, his truck, like I don't remember what he said exactly happened with it, but he said basically the engine caught on fire and they still offered him $7,000 for it. He had to get it towed to them.
My car's worth a lot of money too. My old car was, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. They'll offer you what it's worth. So like they'll give you, like even if it costs them money because they're expecting you to take that appraisal, like take that money and then turn around and get a car from them where they just rip you the fuck off.
Yeah.
So don't get a car from CarMax ever because their used cars are like the same price as a brand new car somewhere else. So like just, get that appraisal and say you go to that dealership in town and they're like, we can't beat that. Then go sell it to, CarMax, get the cash, and then come back and put it as a down payment on the car.
I might as well just do that. That almost seems like a...
It just depends because, I mean, you do have to pay taxes on it if you sell it, which is like not much. I think I remember my buddy Hans was telling me it's like $300 or something. So if you get like $5,000 or $6,000 from the car, you got to pay like, $300 on the taxes. You just set that aside, take the rest of it, go make a down payment on a used car or something. And you might have to make monthly payments, but it's better than having no vehicle to get to work and shit.
Yeah, like I said, I'm grateful I have something, and it's working right now, so,
Yeah.
And I will say this, my speakers were blown out in my old car in the Fiesta.
It's a Fiesta.
It's a Fiesta,
dude. Bass thumping,
I got
dude.
the bass bumping, bro.
Oh, my gosh. That's
pretty
what's
excellent.
up.
Yeah. I met fucking American hero Marcus Luttrell a few days ago.
Dude, that's what's up.
He ate at the restaurant I was a waiter at, which was cool.
Hell yeah. Did you ask him about the movie?
No. Hey, remember that time all that crazy bad shit happened to you?
I haven't seen the movie. What's the bad shit that happens?
He basically I probably am totally misremembering this.
Hold on. You know what? We'll just Google it.
Yeah.
Like
it's pretty fucking crazy though, dude. Like if you read the book, I always get it mixed up a little bit with what's that?
This lone sniper guy?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see Marcus Luttrell story. Let's see what he did. Who he was, what he did.
Super nice guy. He tips really good.
Luttrell served in Iraq. From 2003 to 2005, working with fellow Navy SEALs to disrupt terrorist activity in the country. Surviving supporters of ex-leader Saddam Hussein and his regime were prime targets for American soldiers during this period. He served with SEAL Team 5. Okay, so let's see what he did, though.
He did some crazy shit. Yeah,
he's got to have done something. He is the lone not the sniper. What's the sniper guy? That's Mark Wahlberg.
No, Mark Wahlberg was the lone survivor. You're thinking of it's like American Sniper.
American Sniper. That was Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, that was Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, dude. Honestly,
that was also a dope movie.
I don't know who I'd want to play me more, Bradley Cooper or
definitely Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
If somebody's playing me, I want it to be Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
No offense to Marky Mark. If Marky Mark played me, I'd be like, yeah, that's dope. But if I had to pick one,
it's a fucking transformer. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it just wouldn't.
It's like
work.
asking me if I want Shia LaBeouf or Channing Tatum to play me. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. That's. Wait. Honestly, I'd take Shia LaBeouf.
Really?
Yeah, like I feel like we look similar, like more similar.
I'm not even hating on Shia LaBeouf. It's just like
he's a really good
loves
actor.
Channing Tatum. You know what I mean? That's my point there. I
also,
guess.
Everyone hates Shia LaBeouf, and I think that's
for some reason. Why does everybody have such a problem with Shia LaBeouf? What did Shia LaBeouf ever do to anybody? You know?
I'm sure we could read about it, and it would probably be bad, but I don't know. So, like, hold on, I'm trying to figure out what he did. Okay, here we go. The lone survivor. Luttrell was portrayed by actor Mark Wahlberg. Luttrell makes a significant cameo appearance, uncredited, in at least 3 scenes in the film, and is present in other scenes as well. He first appears. I don't care where he appears.
What about the actual things he did? Like, what about the
dude? It is so hard to find out
the real story.
What he did. Like, I'm trying to find it. Like, I'm literally like, what? I literally put Marcus Luttrell's story.
I'll tell you what he did. He survived.
Lonely.
Kinda, yeah.
Here we go. Hold on. I'm gonna find this. Okay. Apparently he was shot a lot because every question is like, how many times was Luttrell shot?
He definitely got shot. One of the things like from the book was he like crawled like miles and miles, like paralyzed from the waist down. Like,
inspire. Okay, here we go. Marcus Luttrell sacrificed much as he served his country as a U.S. Navy SEAL. Although retired from the military, Luttrell served as an inspiration center. Oh my God! Can somebody just tell me what he did?
Bro, just know that he survived. Okay, that's all you need to know.
Survive what though?
Go watch the movie. It's crazy.
I feel like anybody who came home from war survived. Like, he had to have done something crazy.
Like, everybody in his team got killed, and he was the lone survivor, and he got shot up a bunch, and then he crawled to like a nearby town, and then the people of the town like protected him, and like
here we go. History Channel is gonna give us the real truth.
Okay,
the people who give
you.
us fucking ancient aliens. All right. Laden with weapons and gear, Petty Officer Marcus Luttrell. Grasped the rope dangling from the rear of the Chinook transport helicopter and descended into the moonless night.
Oh, God, are we getting the fucking play-by-play
Here we go. 20 feet down, his boots touch ground in the remote mountains of northeastern.
This is going to be a long story.
No, I'm going to skip parts. I'm just giving you. I'm setting the scene, okay? They found themselves alone in the pitch darkness of a desolate war zone. The elite 4-man team was searching for Ahmad Shah,
not that fucker.
A militia leader aligned with the Taliban as part of a mission dubbed Operation Red Wings. So basically, after the sun dawned on June 28, 2005, nearly 4 years into the war in Afghanistan, the mud-caked SEALs burrowed themselves behind rocks, logs, and tree stumps on an outcrop overlooking Shah's suspected location. Luttrell, a sniper and a team medic, concealed himself under a felled tree when he suddenly heard footsteps. He saw a turbaned man carrying an axe. Damn. Basically, what happened is that guy was a bad guy. So with their mission compromised, the SEALs tried to move to a defensive position, but barely an hour later, dozens of Shah's forces emerged over a ridge line. An avalanche of AK-47 fire, rocket-propelled grenades, and mortars cascaded down the mountain. The terrain... so basically, one fall shattered 3 of Luttrell's vertebrae. So he fell, jumping out of the way, I guess, and he fell hundreds of feet down the mountain. Dietz, the other guy, was shot multiple times during the firefight, and although his right thumb had been blown off in the battle, he continued to shoot at the enemy to protect his unit. As Luttrell hooked his arms underneath the shoulders of his badly wounded comrade to drag him down the slope, a bullet hit Dietz in the back of his head. He died at Luttrell's arm. Goodness gracious. Okay, so yeah, he's the lone survivor of 4 of a SEAL team.
But then there's more. Like, later the rescue team that came to get them got killed and shit. Like, I'm pretty sure. Like, it's...
I'd be like... What? Like, yeah, that's...
Anyway, so I met that guy. He was really cool.
I just had to give the listeners, like, a brief, like, okay, this is what this guy did. This is why it's crazy that he was, like, in there. You know, he's got a movie. He's got Marky Mark.
Yeah, Marky Mark plays him in the movie.
Yeah, you definitely didn't want to ask him about it.
Not the kind of thing you bring up at dinner, you know what I mean? Like,
what up? What up, person in the chat? Let me see who it is that says what up to us. Matthew Brown, what's up?
What up?
But yeah, you're just like, hey, man. No, anyways, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. It's terrible. But then other than that, have you seen the Fallout TV show yet?
Yes, I was going to bring that up as well.
I haven't watched the whole thing, so don't.
I haven't either.
Okay,
I've only got to episode 4. I'm on episode 4.
I'm on like 5 or something, so I'm not much further than you. But what do you think so far?
I like it.
I like it a lot, personally.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's funny. Like, I think it's got a good, like,
it's
Fallout
funny.
vibe to it.
For sure. It kind of gives me Westworld vibes a little bit. Like, I don't know why.
I think Westworld was too serious. Like, compared to this, like, I feel like this one did it right. Like Westworld was too like, this is fucking serious right now, and this one
obviously it's got the like funny like Fallout stuff, but I think some of the like the themes remind me of Westworld. First of all, like the way it's filmed, the whole thing has that like kind of like color gradient that Westworld has. You know what I mean? And also, like, the ghoul guy reminds me a lot of the fucking sadist dude in Westworld who's, like, going around just killing everybody. You know what I mean? Like, they're, like, almost the same character. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I don't know. Like, I was kind of upset about the dog for, like, a second, and then it was all good. And I was like, okay. All right, now I'm in.
I like
I'm
the dog, yeah.
Yeah, I was very upset when because I was like,
I like how you can just stim pack somebody and
they're good.
They're good.
Well, I looked it up because apparently stim packs like they boost your natural regeneration. So like if you have a wound, it'll almost instantly heal that wound. Like if it's just like a normal wound.
Yeah.
You know, so like as long as your heart's not like ruptured or something, like you'll be good.
I just thought it was a funny like nod to the game, honestly, how everybody's just healed up from a stim pack.
No, that's just how it works. And also the same thing with the ghouls. I didn't realize the ghouls are like basically immortal.
Yeah.
Like
they do explain that in the game, you know what I mean? There's pre-war ghouls and there's like you know.
Yeah, they basically, because they got radiated or whatever, they're just like mutated to the point to where they can live for basically forever.
Yeah.
Like if not hundreds of years, then forever.
I'm interested to see if they bring like the synths and the Institute and stuff into it from like Fallout 4, because they've basically mentioned like everything from Fallout so far. Like you got NCR mentioned, you know what I mean? You've got a whole Brotherhood character, you know what I mean? I also like the 3 different characters being like the 3 different like styles of playing Fallout. Basically, you've got like the one guy who's like going on the Brotherhood quests. Basically, you've got the one girl who's like your typical clueless like Fallout character, like following the main story, you know what I mean, and progressively getting more like Fallout-y and leveling up as she goes, you know what I mean, finding new weapons, enhancing her gear and shit. And then you've got like the level fucking 100 dude who's been doing this forever, you know what I mean, and knows exactly where everybody's going to be and how to kill everybody instantly with VATS, and like nothing's a challenge for him anymore, you know what I mean? Like I feel like those are your 3.
Is he using VATS? Do they mention that?
No, but I mean like the way he like kills everybody in that town at one point, you know.
Literally,
what I mean?
that's what I was wondering. I was like, this guy is basically using
He's basically using VATS, you know what I mean? Like that's what VATS would look like if you were just like on the receiving end of it, you know what I mean?
And they show the very like random like, you know, just put together weapons. Like that one person gets shot with like a doll leg.
Yeah. That was a fun Easter egg there. Yeah,
it's a pretty cool show. The only character I really don't like is the Brotherhood guy. I feel like there's just so many times where I'm like, dude, just fucking talk. Like they're like, did you do this? And he's like,
yeah, and he's kind of a dick too.
And he just keeps making noises. I'm like, dude,
he's definitely my least favorite character, but I think his story is kind of unfolding in a fun way at like later in the show. Like it takes a second to grow, but like, you know what I mean?
I still don't like him. Yeah,
no, I hate him.
Yeah,
but
I don't
think
like
that's
him
by design. I think they want us to not like him.
I don't know. I thought they were trying to make us on his side when he's getting all beat up at the beginning, and then like, you know, you're like, damn, poor guy's just trying to do the right thing.
He really gives me the fucking Orange is the New Black vibes, where it's like, you just can't help but hate the fucking character so much. Like, I don't know.
And then like, you know, the fucking suit. What was it called? Why is this not coming to me? The T-60 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, why can they not do anything with it? It's so fucking annoying. Like every time he goes to fight somebody, he moves in like slow motion. And it's like why even wear this shit? And so like they can't ever win a fight ever in it for some reason. And then when he gets his legs stuck in between the planks, and then he just pulls it out like after the guy cuts the thing, like it's like he was just like, ugh, and then the guy goes around and cuts the thing by him, and then he just pulls it out like nothing was ever stuck.
I think the idea there was like he hasn't been properly trained in the T-60, because like, you know what I mean, like he makes a comment while they're fighting like, oh, who taught you how to use that thing, boy, you know what I mean, and like he's all kind of like walking all goofy with it.
But the guy before him who fought the bear or whatever, like he was just like, oh, fuck. Like, he's literally the same size as the bear, but he's got, like, metal claws that could just crush heads, like, and he's just fighting in slow-mo. I'm like, what is the point? Like, I don't understand. Like, every time they do a fight with that suit pisses me off. But, like, outside of that character and that suit.
It looks like they use a lot of practical effects. It's probably hard to, like...
I'm sorry, but like that, even so, make them win the fight. Why do you think they have this Brotherhood of Steel? Like, why do you think they have these dope ass suits? Like, it's because they fucking work, not because they don't. Otherwise, they wouldn't put knights in them.
I feel like it's more to stop bullets and stuff, not bears. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going up against super mutants or like, raiders or something, it's
I feel like they probably
effective.
take that into account as well. You're in the wasteland, so I don't know. Like, it just seems kind of dumb to me.
They're all pre-war tech, though. Like they're made for like, gunfights. You know what I mean?
True. But I feel like that grouper should have got taken like real easy. Also, they don't explain why the grouper died. Like, it just died.
It just like came inside out. Like,
didn't really explain why that happened. It just happened.
Just had enough, bro. Okay?
I get those parts piss me off. I'm like, explain what's happening here, especially to people who haven't watched or played Fallout. Like I have, but like that has nothing to do with Fallout lore. Like, why did the grouper just die?
I didn't really question it. I thought they just yanked its fucking tongue out of its mouth or something. I don't know.
I don't know, because they like zoomed in the mouth like something was there or something, and I'm like, what are they looking at?
I'm gonna have to go watch that again. It happened so fast, I didn't really think about it. I was like, oh yeah, they got him. They got him.
That I thought he was gonna like rip the guy in half, pulling him out. Like that's what I was expecting to happen, and then like he saves him. I like how he's Rico from Hannah Montana is like the brother, of like the main character. Like the guy who's in the vault or whatever, and he's like trying to like the overseer's son or whatever. Interesting character to choose, or interesting actor. But I think his character seems the most reasonable, where they're like, what should we do with these people? The raiders or whatever, and he's like, shouldn't we kill them all? And they're just like,
oh yeah, I don't know. I think he's gonna turn out to be like a fucking psycho dude. Like
he seems pretty legit.
In the best way possible. You know what I mean? Like I think he's gonna like go off the rails. You know what I mean? I think the whole scenario with the vault and like what's going on in the vault is probably my favorite like storyline going on in the show right now. It's super interesting. Like when she finally gets back to fucking 33, it's gonna be fucking nuts.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely.
I don't know. I really am enjoying it. It gives me the same vibe as like I'm playing a Fallout game. You know what I mean? It makes me happy. You know what I mean? And my girlfriend seems to like it too. So
yeah,
you know what I mean? Good. Yeah. It's fun for everybody. You know?
Brittany seems to like it, but I don't know how I feel about it yet. Like I like it.
I like it a lot. I definitely like it more than pretty much any other video game adaptation I've ever seen. I think.
For sure. But that's a fucking low bar. Besides like The Last of Us, that's like the only other one that
I think it beats The Last of Us for me, and mainly because I already know what's going to happen in The Last of Us. Yeah, this is like a fresh story, but it also doesn't feel like it's out of place in that world. It feels like it's building on to Fallout's universe in a good way.
Definitely.
What I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think they'll do like a spin-off game for this or something.
Yeah.
But and then like just how dumb the main character is pretty funny.
I like how they did the robots, the Mr. Handies and stuff that they have around look really cool. And there's like some dead robots you walk past that were like, okay, those are like the ones that would be fucking you up in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then, like I'm still waiting for one of the giant like I forget what the death claws to show up.
Oh, they're gonna bring a fucking death claw into
this. If there's not a death claw in season 1, I'm gonna be upset. There's got to be a death claw somewhere,
dude. Yeah.
But yeah, the like the whole cousin thing is so weird. He's just like, I guess something's messed up, like on the vault door, and she's like, talks to him.
I like how weird the fucking main character girl is. Like,
okie dokie.
Her whole character is just strange, and I fucking love it. Like,
oh yeah, for sure. Like they had the guy from The Walking Dead, like 4th season, like the scientist guy who initially had the dog.
Oh yeah,
he was like a weird scientist in The Walking Dead too.
Great, yeah.
But anyways, what else you got?
That's pretty much all I did this weekend or week.
Okay. Yeah, I went. So yeah, watch that. Finish Three Body Problem. I talked about that last week.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good show. Definitely watch that if you haven't. And then I went and saw Bayside.
Oh, how's that?
Oh, Bayside was awesome. The other bands fucking sucked.
Dang.
This is like the worst lineup I think I've ever seen for a band that I wanted to go see. It was Finch.
Never heard of them.
Armor for Sleep.
Okay, I've heard of them, but I've never really listened to them.
It was awful. And then a band called Winona Fighter. But, like, we just ate while they were playing. But, like, so we go in and we have to watch Finch and Armor for Sleep. Seriously, like, crowd is just like this the whole time for like 2 hours. We're just waiting for Bayside. The Bayside comes out and then the pit opens up and that was fun. But that was basically it's always awesome to see Bayside, and they played some of their new stuff that I really like. So that was fun. They played for like an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes or so.
Cool.
But I wish it would have been a better lineup. Like the last time I saw Bayside, there was like Silverstein. No. The last time it was Senses Fell, Man Overboard, and then somebody else. I don't think it was Silverstein. The time before that I saw them, it was Silverstein.
That was a fun venue too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just like, I don't know, that lineup's just trash. And I was looking up other bands that are coming through, and it's always like great band that I love, and then two other trash bands. Like, why? What is going on?
You can't ever get multiple good bands on the same card anymore because they don't ever want to be like opening up for anybody. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they used to though. Like it's like, or they'd like co-headline. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like it's so sad. Like I just want to go, and if I'm gonna pay $60 for a fucking show, which I didn't know was $40, but if I'm gonna pay, but you gotta buy food and all that stuff, gas, like. It better be some good bands. Like I don't want to see the local opener, like as your.
I'm with you 100%. I want to see at least two good bands if I go to a concert these days. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, at least two, and they need to be similar. Like I feel like Bayside and Finch are like the least like bands.
I've never even heard of Finch. What is Finch like?
Finch is like your favorite band's favorite band. They're like the Deftones of pop punk. Like it's like they go for that Deftones type vibe, but they're pop punk, so it doesn't. Really, it's almost like
sounds kind of dope actually.
I don't know, and you do know who they are because they do that song where it's like something about what it is to burn,
I don't know
what it is to burn, it's like a bad storm something. That's the only.
I legit don't know.
It's literally the only song anybody knows by them. So like they play that song.
Google it.
Some people are like halfway singing it. They're just like, yeah, I know some of these words. Okay, yeah, I know some of these words. Here, since we don't get monetized anyways, and it doesn't matter, you can this song. Let me get to the.
Oh, yeah, I have heard this.
Now, the guy who sings in that band, he literally the whole time was just like, like when he was singing. It was literally the most absurd thing I've ever heard. It's like when you make fun of like Creed or something, like he was singing like that, but like seriously. I mean, I don't know. Some people like it. I don't know. I don't know who those people are. No, I was very upset, but once Bayside came out, I forgot I was upset about anything. So
man, I wish I would have gone with you guys. It looked like everybody was there. It looked like a good time.
Dude, I didn't even see I saw Matt obviously because I went there to meet Matt and with Aaron, but like apparently there was like 10 other people that I know that were there, and I didn't see them at all. Like, and I was right behind Phoenix because he was like at the front in the center. And me and this drunk guy started the pit like 2 feet back behind him.
Yeah.
Like literally right behind him the whole time I was right there. Never saw him. Like I didn't even know he was there.
Wow.
Like until I was leaving and I saw his post on Facebook and I'm like, dude, what?
I always end up running into somebody random when I go to a Bayside concert.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, because everybody's gonna go. Everybody loves Bayside.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's about it. That's all I did this week out of besides practicing more drawing stuff.
How's your drawing going? I need to see more of your work.
Oh yeah, dude. I got some of my work over there. I'll show you after.
Yeah.
But I've been doing pretty good.
Hell yeah.
I'm working on I've taken a step back from just drawing random things, and I'm like doing anatomy stuff right now. So I don't really have anything to show people or like post anymore. Like until probably about a month, because I'm just doing this little study over the inner body basically, so I can figure out how to draw gesture drawings and stuff better. That's basically it right now. I just want to get to the point to where I can draw any character in any position, just from the top of my head. Like if I'm like, okay, I want to draw somebody throwing a punch, like I'll know how to do it, and it'll look proportional, and it'll make sense with the head in the position and all that stuff. Like that's kind of my goal right now. It's like get to where I can do that. That'll be fun. I don't want to just like be a person who just copies or like references or whatever, like it's like, oh, I want to draw something, and then I just copy. Basically, I feel like anybody can just look at a picture and then draw it. Like I want to be able to create the picture.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyways, that's it. So let's get into currently playing.
What are you playing?
Nothing. I've been playing Warzone, and
how's Warzone? Didn't they start a new
season
and stuff?
Yeah, it's great. They got the Rebirth Island brought back for ranked, so that's been pretty fun.
I've been thinking about like deleting half my hard drive and re-downloading that shit and playing a little bit.
It's fun. It's fun as fuck. But there's a lot of cheaters in ranked mode, I feel like now. Which is annoying because that's like the mode that matters. That's one of the
reasons why I'd probably want to get it on console. I feel like it's
crossplay. There's no turning off crossplay.
Escaping the cheaters.
No.
But don't they put like controller players in a different?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Controller versus mouse and keyboard constantly.
Sheesh.
Yeah, there's always cheaters, but like if you're good, they can't fuck with you, because like just because you can see through walls doesn't mean you're gonna land your shots. Like a lot of the cheaters are trash.
Yeah,
and that's why they're cheating.
Though. That's why I was so good at Titanfall 1, because they had that ability where you could see through
see
walls,
through the walls.
And nobody would use it. Everybody wanted to do the dumb like invisibility, but I'm just over here freaking wall banging people. Like I was so good at Titanfall 1, it was unfair. Like
oh yeah, dude, it's
weird because it was like kind of a niche shooter, and it was just one of those where I think I could have been competitive, but it was like a really random game. Nobody was like, I mean, if people were playing it enough for me to like get in games and stuff, but it wasn't like you couldn't go anywhere with it.
They turned it into Apex, which is unfortunate.
It is unfortunate.
Yeah, but
Apex is kind of fun, but like every game since then, they've had an ability like it, but it's not as like OP as it was in Titanfall 1. You know what I mean? And
that's probably why you couldn't make it ranked, because like you can see through walls as one of the abilities. I feel like that would like just hinder it, make it too random. You'd be running and all of a sudden a bullet would just come through the wall and hit you in the face.
The cool thing about Titanfall 1 was it was so PvE that even though you were seeing through walls, you still had trouble picking out which person was the real person amongst all the NPCs. You had to like look at the movements of like the characters to see like which one. Okay, that guy's probably a real dude. He's like hopping off a wall there. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, that makes sense. But yeah, that and. Yeah, that's about all I've played. What about you?
Well, I'm still trying to finish Persona 3. At this point, I'm fucking sick of Persona 3, and I'm so ready to finish it, but it's like, I have to finish it, you know what I mean? So I'm forcing myself to play like an hour every night, but I'm like really tired of it. Like, and there was some really suggestive, weird shit in that game that kind of was like, I don't know, man, that's fucking weird, dude.
What?
Some weird-ass developers making this shit. Like, I don't know, man. Like, there's definitely some fucking weird shit. Like, there's a part where you like befriend this little girl or whatever, right?
Wait, how old are you in the game?
I think you're like 16 or 17 or something. You know what I mean? But you make friends with this little girl at the fucking park, right? And it's cool and all. You're just like, she's like got problems at home or whatever, and she like hangs out at the shrine or whatever, and she tells you about her like parents and shit, and like all this stuff. But then at the end of like when like so as you like make friends with these characters, you like increase your bond with them or whatever.
Your friendship
and
stuff.
So when you get her character to like max level 10, she gives you this whole like speech about how like she wants to get married and stuff whenever she's old enough, and then she's like, close your eyes, and she like gives you like a fucking kiss like on the cheek or something. It was all really weird and fucking suggestive, and I'm like, that is almost fucking like, it's borderline cancelable Persona 3. Like, y'all need to fucking chill the
Well,
fuck
the game
out.
came out and like when?
I don't care when it came
No,
out,
I'm just
bro.
saying,
I don't care
like,
if it came out in the fucking 1700s. That's inappropriate, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know if that's just cool in Japan. Like, fucking, like.
Have you seen anime? No, but so like,
bro,
my question on
it
it.
was pretty grody.
Are you sure it's not like just like, oh, it's just a cute
No,
little
it's supposed
girl
to be.
that's like.
It's definitely meant to be like innocent, but it was icky feeling whenever you're playing it.
Yeah,
like,
I can
I'm just
imagine.
saying this, like,
What does your character respond with?
That's the problem. It gives you two options to respond, and neither of them are like the appropriate thing you should say in this situation. You know what I mean? Like, that's what really bothered me. Is like there is no like no, that's not a good idea. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like,
Like,
chill out, kid.
Yeah, there's none of that. None of that.
No.
Anyways, but other than that, you know what I mean? So, Persona 3, I got my fucking eye on you motherfuckers at Atlas. You know what I mean?
FBI, dude.
I wouldn't be surprised if some weird shit.
You're like
came out
sitting there,
about
you're like,
that-
I gotta move the game forward and I have to make a decision on this option. And like your FBI agent's just like sitting there like just like watching it and just
it's
like
just like fuck the kid.
yeah.
Fuck the kid.
Oh god.
No, it's terrible. It's terrible, and it's weird.
It is,
It
but
is weird, but
it's a game that is literally out right now that you can go play, which is terrifying.
Yeah, new game, anyways, but I've been playing that. And I've been playing Baltaro, the game you recommended.
Oh,
to
yeah,
me.
yeah. How's that?
It's fucking addicting, dude. I am so fucking hooked on that.
Is that
game.
what it's called? Baltaro?
I think
or
so.
Balataro?
Balataro.
Or something
I
like
have
that.
no idea.
Yeah.
I've been playing the shit out of it, though. I've played it for like 25 hours or some shit.
Damn.
It's really fun. It's basically just like forming poker hands, but you're like deck building at the same time. So it's like a roguelite. Like every game, you're like adding cards to your deck or changing cards, and like
it looks super complex when I saw it.
It's so simple, and it's really easy to pick up, and it's super duper fun. You just have to know the difference between a flush and a fucking straight, and you're good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know what that is, so I don't.
It's really,
I'm sure it'll
really,
tell
really
you, right?
easy. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Does it seem like something that would be in a casino though? Like, does it seem like it's like one of those things where like you could turn it into a gambling thing if you wanted to?
If you, as the casino, wanted to go broke, then yes.
Like,
it's too easy to win.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Okay.
There's too much strategy actually involved with like the multipliers and stuff for it to be like a practical gambling game. It's just, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I saw. I watched Brittany's brother play it, Aaron. And that's when I like as soon as I saw him play, I was like, dang. I was like, I feel like Brent would love this game. This is not a game for me, but I think Brent would fucking play the shit out of that.
I've been playing it so much, and there's a trial of it out on PS5 now. If you're a PS5er out there, definitely worth checking out.
And you want to, straight or flush, you know what I'm saying?
Straighten out that flush.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Get a straight flush.
Yeah, dude, straight up flush it, dude.
Yeah.
Anyways, what else you players?
That's pretty much it.
Okay, yeah, it's been a busy week,
Yeah.
Fucking the eclipse and whatnot, prepping for the apocalypse. But anyways, I guess let's move on to the news. Just so you guys know, we're using news articles from gaming news sites from around the web, and we do not claim any of the articles as our own. We're simply bringing them all to one place for your face.
For your face.
Oh, all right. Let's start this off.
I did not get much news. I only got one article that I deemed worthy, actually.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, do your one article.
Okay. Because I was looking through them, and it's like, none of these just look worth mentioning, you know what I mean? But maybe I missed some stuff. I don't know why this is the one that I deemed worth mentioning, though. Despite the game's launch feeling like yesterday, Pokemon Go is approaching its 8th anniversary this July. In anticipation of the milestone, Niantic has announced the Rediscover Go campaign, which is a major overhaul of the game as we know it today. The official Pokemon Go website gives a few details of what Rediscover Go update will entail, including changes to the map, customization options, and the snapshot function. Changes to the map. It's just fucking like, they just go around the entire Earth and like change the fucking actual Earth. A brief trailer also highlights changes with scenes at a beach, in a forest, and more. The website promises a fresh new look with updates to in-game map, encounter screens, battle screens, and more, all tailored to your location. As part of this new map update, more information will be spread over the next 3 weeks, with the next update due in April 17th. Let's see. The snapshot feature will allow you to take pictures of up to 3 Pokemon at a time, while the custom avatar menu and the style shop will provide more options than ever before. 2 other tabs, Rediscover Kanto and Rediscover Reality, are also included, though no other information has been revealed for them yet. So, interesting stuff.
Okay, all right.
What if they, like, put a Pokemon game within the game that you can play in tandem? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that would only make it good, you know? Like, that'd be cool if there was, like, an actual story or something in that game.
But, I mean, like, what if there's, like, just a legit Pokemon game that you could play with the Pokemon you've already earned from Pokemon Go, and then, like, you could catch Pokemon in that game and then take them with you into the Pokemon Go world?
You can do that. You can trade your Pokemon Go Pokemon into, like, actual games.
No, but, I mean, like, what if they put an actual game into Pokemon Go?
Game. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they should add a story.
What if that's what Rediscover Kanto is?
That'd be tight. I mean? Or like, but I imagine they're just gonna add more Kanto Pokemon that you can find.
Yeah, that would make more sense.
But like, that would be dope if there was like an actual like story going on, or like, you know,
gym leaders to battle or something.
Yeah. Or like turned your like
town into a place with a bunch of gyms.
Yeah, and like you have to beat all 8. Like
that would be sick. Yeah. Every city has one, dude. You could do that.
Yeah,
you could definitely do it.
Not just one. Every city has like 8 gyms.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah, and like you zoom out on, or like you.
What if you got to go to your city's capital to beat the Elite Four though? Like you got to go to like fucking Austin.
Damn, or your state. Yeah, your state's capital. That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm sorry.
I was like, damn, do all cities have capital? I was starting to believe you for a second. I was like, maybe I'm dumb.
No, my bad.
But, okay, nearly a month after the specs for the PS5 Pro were leaked, a new report from The Verge confirms that not only are the specifications for this rumored mid-gen refresh real, but Sony is reportedly telling developers to prepare and ensure their games are optimized for the more powerful hardware.
Better make sure that shit's ready.
Y'all better prepare. The Verge's Tom Warren writes that Sony is asking developers to prepare their games to be PS5 optimized this summer. The emphasis is on improving ray tracing support in games already available or coming to PS5. The outlet reports that developers who can, quote-unquote, provide significant enhancements to its games will be able to use the, quote-unquote, Trinity Enhanced label if they demonstrate they have provided significant enhancements. The Trinity Enhanced label sounds a lot like the label that Microsoft used for games that were optimized for its high-end 9th generation console, the Series X. Several games available on PS5, including Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and Spider-Man 2 already support the feature, but the performance varies by game. Elden Ring is one example Digital Foundry pointed out last year in their ray tracing performance analysis, which revealed that PS5 version of Elden Ring saw a drop in frames per second when the player enabled ray tracing. Last month's specifications, okay, blah, blah, blah. But so basically, ray tracing is going to be the real focus of the mid-gen update thing.
Okay, cool.
Oi. And then because the show we were just talking about, the Fallout TV show, the success of Prime Video's Fallout TV show has spilled over into the video games upon which it is based, boosting player numbers in even decades-old titles. Steam data tracker SteamDB reported that Bethesda's Fallout games have collectively more than doubled their concurrent players on Steam with the release of the Fallout TV series. That's for Fallout 4, released in November 2015, Fallout New Vegas, released in October 2010, and Fallout 76, released in April 2020. The boost is
what about Fallout 3? Nobody.
I don't know why.
Nobody cares about Fallout 3.
Nah.
It feels like the most like the TV show to me because they're in both Fallout 3 and the TV show. You're searching for your dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it just makes sense.
I think the problem is that most people have beat Fallout 3. I think that's the one that most people have played, and a lot of people started Fallout 4 but never finished it, or started Fallout 76 and were like, "This is trash," and left.
Yeah.
And so I think people are going back to the ones they never
Fallout
played.
76 makes sense because there's a lot of new content in there to come back to. You know what I mean? Like. Fallout 4 is the one I played the most, and I think that's probably why it baffles me. You know what I mean? But
well, there's an update about something coming here, though. But
I've honestly played them all about equally, actually. It's kind of hard for me to go back to Fallout in general just because I've, like, scoured every inch of every map of every game except for 1 and 2.
yeah. Says the boost is significant enough to propel Fallout 76 to a new peak concurrent players Steam record of 39,455.
Have they put the next gen update out yet for it?
I don't know.
Because that's going to boost player count too, for sure.
But even the older non-Bethesda developed Fallout games are enjoying a resurgence, albeit more modest. Fallout 2 has a new Steam concurrent peak of 1,062 players achieved on April 14th, and the first Fallout game hit over 2,300 concurrents on the same day.
Cool.
So that's cool. But there's also some more news involving Fallout. Hold on, let me find it because here we go.
I'm glad the TV show's doing well because they'll probably do more, and that makes me happy.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Here we go. And this was from Todd Howard, I think, because of the show. Hot on the heels of the release of the well-received Fallout TV show, Bethesda has finally announced a release date for the long-awaited Fallout 4 next-gen update. The free upgrade for the post-apocalyptic open-world role-playing game launches April 25th on Series X and S and PlayStation 5 and includes native applications for the consoles, performance mode, and quality mode settings, as well as stability improvements and fixes. This means the game will be playable up to 60 frames per second with an increased resolution. Elsewhere, Fallout 4 on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One also gets a free update with stability improvements, login and quest fixes, Bethesda said in a blog post. And finally, a free Fallout 4 update for PC adds widescreen and ultra-widescreen support, as well as fixes to Creation Kit and a variety of quest updates. Players with PC versions of Fallout 4 on Steam, Microsoft Store, and GOG will receive stability mods and bug fixes, Bethesda said. Fallout 4 will also be sold on the Epic Games Store and will be Steam Deck verified. Bethesda announced more content in the Fallout 4 updates, including the following free Creation Club items. Enclave, Remnants, blah, blah, blah. But just a bunch of random bullshit. But basically, Fallout 4 is getting a bunch of updates now that the show's out.
Might have to jump in on PS5 and just see how they made it look, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, just to see. Give it a good old go.
When is the update coming?
The 14th, I think.
Cool.
Wait, no, that's already happened then.
Yeah. The cool thing about the update is that, you know, if you're on Xbox, you get in Fallout with Game Pass.
Oh, April 25th. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you're on PlayStation, you got Fallout for free with the little bundle of games they gave you for free whenever you first got a PlayStation 5. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So that you basically have a free updated game on both consoles, you know what I mean? If you're paying for your subscriptions, you know what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah, it's easy to play Fallout these days. Okay, so let's see. There was a bunch of information given out about the new Star Wars Outlaws game. They put out the release date. It's coming August 27th, 2024 for PS5, Series X and S, and PC with the $70 standard edition, joined by the $110 gold edition.
God damn.
Yeah.
What a leap.
An even more expensive digital-only Ultimate Edition comes with both of these perks alongside cosmetics, the Rogue Infiltrator Bundle, and the Sabak Shark Bundle alongside a digital art book.
How much is that one?
That it doesn't say. It just says it's going to be more expensive.
Your firstborn child.
All of your
How
children.
is the second edition one fucking $110?
Well,
how's it $40 more than the fucking base edition? That's ridiculous.
It comes with the season pass, which apparently there's going to be season pass.
It better be
3 days of early access.
Season pass for the entire price of fucking Helldivers 2. Like fucking.
Well, check this out.
Early access, dude. Y'all fuck y'all, dude. Fuck all y'all, dog.
So.
Is this EA?
This is it's got to be EA, right? No, it's Ubisoft. This is Ubisoft's game.
Actually, this is good. So this is Ubisoft for sure.
Yeah, it's Ubisoft.
Okay, this is actually a good thing because that means you could probably play it on Ubisoft Plus.
Probably not right off the bat like this
Right
because
off
it's a
the
Star Wars game.
Bro, they let you have Assassin's Creed Valhalla right off the bat. They're gonna let you have their fucking Star Wars game right off the bat. Like anything Ubisoft comes to Ubisoft Plus day one.
Yo, check this out though. Ubisoft has already come under fire for single-player game Star Wars Outlaws having a season pass, but fans are expressing frustration once again upon noticing its highly anticipated Jabba the Hutt mission is locked behind that season pass, which they showed off the other day, like this whole story, trailer and all this stuff when they gave the release date. And everybody's like, oh, fuck, the Jabba the Hutt. It's all this cool shit. And then it turns out it's all behind the season pass when it comes out.
Wow.
It's like, as reported by Spanish outlet Area Hugones, Ubisoft's website outlining the contents of the season pass, an optional extra to the $70 game, so far only available through its $110 gold edition, and even more expensive $129.99 ultimate edition, reveals it includes access to the Jabba's Gambit mission at launch. Quote, play the exclusive Jabba's Gambit mission at launch. The season pass explainer reads, just as Kay is putting together a crew for the Canto Bight heist, she receives a job from Jabba the Hutt himself.
Once again, I don't give a fucking shit. That's just like the fucking Harry Potter mission they tried to fucking sell you the deluxe edition with. Like, I don't give a shit about your fucking mission or my fucking free shop in Hogsmeade or whatever, dog. I'm playing the base edition. And that's fucking that.
Dude, don't you want to work for Jabba?
Hell no,
bro. It's unclear how much of the Jabba the Hutt content will be locked behind the season pass, but Ubisoft has said in the past players can work for and even betray Jabba as the head of one of Star Wars' Outlaws criminal factions. It's now unclear whether this content comes at a premium or if it's part of the standard game.
I'll buy that shit when it's on sale in a couple months.
Yeah, literally like a month later, especially if it doesn't do well.
Yeah.
Let's see.
If everything good is locked behind a season pass, then it won't do well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And this isn't really, like, I'm not going to read this whole article, but basically Square Enix has basically said they hope to release Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3, like the finale, by 2027. So it's going to be a long time before you get that last part of the Final Fantasy.
When did the last one come out? That seems about like the right timetable.
This year?
No, I mean like before that.
Oh, that was like 4 years ago.
Was it?
Right?
Or was it was like 2018.
That's more than 4 years
ago.
That's
what I'm saying.
That's
you know
like
what
6 years ago.
I could be wrong about that.
I think it was late. I think it was 2020.
Let's look it up.
Let's see.
I'm
Final
curious.
Fantasy 7 Remake. Okay. Final Fantasy VII Remake came out in 2020, April 2020.
Okay, yeah.
So it took 4 years to get this one.
And then
so
they're saying
3 years.
3 years for the next one?
They said hopefully. So I don't even know if that's what they're hoping to release it by then.
Well, we also had COVID between, kind of interfering with everything.
Yeah,
Final Fantasy probably happened right before COVID.
It came out right after COVID.
Right after COVID?
Yeah, because 2019 was COVID.
Really?
Yeah, 2020 was like already.
I thought
in
2020
COVID.
Was COVID. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
don't know,
I'm pretty sure.
that's weird.
When did the COVID pandemic? Yeah, November 23rd, 2019 was whenever it was considered a pandemic. So it came out during the pandemic, like in 2020.
It's weird. I totally don't associate those two things in my brain.
Final Fantasy.
I don't put Final Fantasy 7 in that time period in my mind. You know what I mean? My brain wants it to be like earlier than that. Yeah.
I feel that. Nintendo Switch Online got 3 SNES classics added. None of them matter, but
No,
We got Wrecking Crew 98, Super R-Type, and Amazing Hibbereke.
God, wow.
Yeah, real good classics there. Now, this one I found pretty interesting just because it's not something that would probably ever happen here. But police in Japan have arrested a 36-year-old man on suspicion of selling illegally modified Pokemon save data to customers online, a practice which is banned under the country's 2019 Unfair Competition Prevention Act. As reported by the Japanese website NHK News and translated by Automaton, the suspect was apprehended by police on April 9th after a police cyber patrol discovered evidence that the individual had used special tools to illegally modify save data for Pokemon Violet in order to change Pokemon movesets. Oh no. A 36-year-old man was arrested for selling illegally modified Pokemon save data.
That's weird.
Yeah, the 36-year-old allegedly took custom orders for rare Pokemon and sold the resulting tampered data between December 2022 to March 2023 for up to 13,000 yen, which is $84. A time on a website.
This poor man is getting arrested over $84 and some fucking.
I think it's $84 per like save data thing.
Oh, God forbid he makes a fucking living off of this fucking shit. You know what I mean? Like,
you shouldn't be in Japan. Come to America. You could do that shit. But it says on a website that served as a marketplace for video game assets and items. He also offered deals in which 6 Pokemon would be created for the equivalent of roughly $30 in yen. This 36-year-old has reportedly admitted to committing the crimes as the heart of the ongoing investigation, or at the heart, while providing the justification that he did it to earn a living. According to Automaton, the suspect could face up to 5 years imprisonment and or a fine of up to 5 million yen, or over $32,600 US.
God damn. My poor man's.
Yeah, dude. But they ain't fucking with Persona 3 devs, you know?
Just for real. Jeez Louise.
Get on your fucking, cyber crimes. But anyway, so I thought this isn't video game related, but it is pop culture and interesting. Apparently, the Scary Movie franchise is getting rebooted with the help of Sonic the Hedgehog's producer. Yeah.
Are you serious?
It's been over a decade since we got a film in the Scary Movie franchise, but Paramount is finally planning a new installment.
Let's fucking go. Are the Wayans brothers involved in this? Because that's the most important thing.
That is what matters. It says they
need to at least be on the writing team, or else it's not going to be
or
the
producers.
same. You know what I mean? Like,
the studio announced the news today during its CinemaCon presentation, also revealing that Neil H. Horitz, best known for his work on the Sonic the Hedgehog series, the Fast and Furious movies, and Prime Video's The Boys, will be producing. Those are all the details we got. However, so we still don't know if a series mainstays like Anna Faris and Regina Hall are returning or anything like that.
That's so awesome, dude. There's so many great horror movies that have happened since then that it's just going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah. It'll be great if they do it right.
You know they're going to do Midsummer and fucking like... God, there's so many good ones.
It Follows.
It Follows. Oh, Nope. Fucking.
Nope, yeah. There's going to be
what's the one with the dark place where the guy's like running at the camera really fast?
Get Out?
Get Out. Yeah,
Get Out's
you got to do Get Out.
Yeah, that was going to be so easy to make fun of, dude.
I'm laughing just thinking about it. It's going to be hilarious, bro. I can't wait for that.
Yeah. That's I think it'll be good. I'm excited and I hope they do bring back like Dirt Nasty and everybody like
I've really been missing that kind of just like goofy ass humor. You know what I mean?
Same, dude. I have a feeling it won't be as good though. I'm gonna keep my hopes real low until I hear the Wayans are involved and that they're bringing back B-Rad or not B-Rad, whatever his name is, Rabbit. What do they call him Fuck, because he's Dirt Nasty in real life. He hangs out with Andy Milonakis all the time. They have like a rap group. Him and Andy Milonakis and Riff Raff. They all rap together.
Yeah.
Like, oh fuck, I forget what they're called. But I love that guy. That guy is just amazing in Scary Movie 3.
Scary Movie 3 is like peak Scary Movie.
Yeah. So everything after Scary Movie 3 is downhill, and then everything before.
I think 4 and 5 were still funny as fuck.
Oh yeah,
and I would be happy with a 4 or 5 quality like sequel.
At least,
you know what I mean? But like,
Please give us 3.
Some of the other ones that were like spin-offs were terrible. Fucking
like I still laugh about the hat to this day. Like the cop's
dude.
hat, like
that
just
was
slowly getting
That
bigger.
was comedic genius.
Yeah. like every time.
So many great moments in that shit. Like,
oh yeah, I remember like rewinding it and playing it over and over again. Whenever like they walk out with the shovel and like they just cock it and a shotgun shell flies out.
That was so fucking
like,
funny.
I don't know why that was so funny to us.
It's the little things that made that movie so great. You know what I mean?
For
like
sure,
just
dude.
the little subtle things like that were just fucking hilarious. Like,
such a good show.
Yeah.
Or like the
4 had its moments too. 4 really teetered that line between like some of the jokes just weren't funny at all, and some were like just side splitting, fucking like.
Because 4 had Dr. Phil right at the beginning.
I think so. 4 was the one where they were making fun of like War of the Worlds and Saw and stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. Good times. Let's see. EA shoots down Dead Space 2 remake. Rumors, no validity to this story. Don't have to read that article. But
I read that. The main takeaway from that was that they were never working on a Dead Space 2 to begin with, is what like EA claims, which is kind of a bummer because the remake of 1 was dope. You know what I mean?
I think that it probably just didn't make as much money as they wanted.
That's exactly what they said, you know? But I've been kind of putting off playing Dead Space 2 because I thought maybe they'd make a Dead Space 2 remake. I guess I might as well just go ahead and go fucking play that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say Dead Space 2 holds up really well, though. I played, like, the beginning part of it, and it's still really spooky, dude. Like, even with the graphics not being, like, you know, super modern or anything, like, it looks good. And it plays well, especially on like a modern PC, because you get that frame rate and the fucking resolution cranked up or whatever. It looks like a decent, like, I mean, you know, semi-modern game, because it's a well-made game for its time. It plays really well. You know what I mean? Like,
maybe the lesser graphics kind of add to the spooks.
honestly, the noticeable thing if you're playing it on PC is the audio quality. You know what I mean? Because you can adjust the graphic settings on PC to have a more modern-ish experience. You know what I mean? But like, you can't change that fucking audio quality. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh yeah. Yeah. What's up, Jake? I didn't realize you had said anything. Sorry, we don't have the chat up close. So, let's see. Slay the Spire 2 has been officially announced.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Slay the Spire 1. I
think I'm going to be off of deck building games for a while after
after this. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it looks pretty cool. You know, and it's supposed to come into early access sometime in 2025, so it'll be a while before we see it. Now, speaking of reboots, one other movie reboot. Prolific horror studio Blumhouse is teaming up with Lionsgate for a new reimagining of the Blair Witch Project. It was announced at CinemaCon today.
Why, though?
You know, I'm okay with Blumhouse doing it. Blumhouse is good.
I just feel like it doesn't have to be Blair Witch. Like, you could have a spooky movie in the woods and, like, and just not call it the Blair Witch. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's fine because, like, I feel like the lore of the first Blair Witch was really cool, and they just never were able to, you know, act on it. Like, the first one was cool, and then every subsequent sequel was just trash.
Yeah,
like,
it's sad when the best thing that's come out since the first Blair Witch with
was
the Blair,
game.
yeah,
the Bloober Team game, which is the only thing I like by Bloober Team. But, like, and even that was kind of like, it was like a 7. But my thing is like, the Blair Witch.
That's harsh, bro. I mean, I hated the medium, but, like, Bloober Team has some gems, you know what I mean?
I'm just saying me personally.
Yeah,
like,
no,
I know
real.
You like the 7 layers or whatever it's called.
7 layers
7
of
layer
fear
cake.
dip.
Yeah. 7 layer cake of fear. Yeah. Or layers of fear. Also, I got to say the other day, because like I got on my new insulin and whatnot, so I've been able to like eat some normal foods recently. And so I was like, dude, I want to go to Taco Bell and try a beefy 5-layer burrito because I haven't had one in like 9 years.
Yeah.
And so I went over there, ordered one, got home, and they gave me like a cheesy rice burrito.
Oh hell!
I was like, "Are you
bro.
fucking kidding me?"
Was it just cheese and rice?
Cheese, rice, and beans.
Ew.
I was like, "Bro, no meat at all."
What the fuck?
I don't know. I was like, "This is why I don't eat this stuff because they fuck you over, dude."
Yeah, that's infuriating.
Dude,
bro.
it was
I'm
very
sorry.
infuriating. Like I had to hold back from just taking all of my insulin and ending it right there.
You ever feel like the fucking zombie guy on the Fallout show whenever you're taking, you know how he's got like the little vials of shit? Have you?
Oh, I haven't got to that part
okay,
yet. No,
okay,
I did
okay.
see how she shot him, and he's just like, yeah, he's like, this is a tiny little drop in a fucking, like, I forget what he said, like an ocean of drugs or something like that. But yeah. So that was unfortunate. But anyways, that's it for this week's video game news. We're going to jump on over to this week's hot releases. Get ready.
I'm so ready.
Final Fantasy 16, The Rising Tide.
What?
I guess it's like DLC.
The DLC?
Yeah, it's coming to PS5 April 18th.
Bro, nobody wants that shit. Nobody wants that shit. Stop working on Final Fantasy 16. Start working on Final Fantasy 7 harder.
Yeah, Final
Fantasy 16 pissed me off, bro. Like, that was one of the few like RPG type games where I just stopped doing side quests altogether because the side quests were so dull. Like, fucking the only thing fun about Final Fantasy 16 was hunting down all the monsters. That game basically just turned into Monster Hunter with a story for me. Like,
it says, ultimately, Yoshida says the point of the DLC isn't to change how the final chapters of the story unfold, but to expand on the game's lore and the characters within it. According to the Game Informer interview, Yoshida says that the ending will remain as is. Yeah, it's designed to be more challenging, though, apparently. So
the graphics were good in Final Fantasy 16. And
every Final Fantasy.
The story was okay. But it was kind of boring. The whole game was kind of boring.
Yeah.
And the combat was like really bland.
And the guy's hairstyle really just fucking pissed me off. Like, he has like a Karen haircut. Like, I noticed it in the first trailer we ever saw for it. I was like, this guy looks fucking dumb, dude. Anyways, that's all I got to say about it. The character design was trash on the main character. But, let's get into Brent's Chat GP trivia, dude. Take us to town. And I was going to say, if you want to get involved in the trivia, what we could do is ask it to give us a bunch of trivia questions.
And then have it
give us the answers after so we can see how many we got right.
That's brilliant, and I fucking love it.
Let's do it. Right. And I'll write down our answers on a note. That way we can...
What should we make our trivia about? I've been paying for ChatGPT 4 lately, and I feel like it gives me better responses to my shit.
Ooh, I don't know, dude. What should we do?
Also, ChatGPT 4 can use the internet to search for things, so we can do more updated trivia about more modern shit.
Let's do. We've already done space. We've done
a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, now that we have the new ChatGPT trivia, though, we could technically do something that we've already done, and it'll probably
we could do like actors or something, or movies.
Yeah, let's do movies.
All right, let's do. Should we do a specific type of movie?
10 sci-fi movie, or 10 trivia questions about sci-fi movies, sci-fi films.
Okay, questions about sci-fi movies. All right, let's do this. Here we go.
Number 1.
All right, number 1. What 1982 sci-fi film directed by Ridley Scott
Alien
features a dystopian future Los Angeles and a character named Rick Deckard?
Wait. No, that's not Alien.
It's not Alien.
Rick Deckard. And it's Ridley Scott?
Yeah, I don't know. Rick Deckard. A dystopian future Los Angeles.
That's got to be Blade Runner, but it is Blade Runner, but I didn't know Ridley Scott did Blade Runner.
I thought Blade Runner. I didn't either.
That is Blade Runner, though, for sure. Deckard is from Blade Runner.
All right, I'm going to go with your answer. That sounds right. So let's say we'll both say Blade Runner for that one.
Okay.
All right, number 2. In The Matrix, what color is the pill that Neo takes to continue his adventure beyond the illusion?
The red pill.
Is it the red pill?
Yeah, you got red pill,
you take
bro.
the red pill. Yeah, okay. That's right. All right, question number 3. Which 1956 sci-fi movie was based on the short story The Forbidden Planet by Irving Bloch and Alan Adler, inspired by Shakespeare's The Tempest?
When did the movie come out?
1956.
Oh, there's no fucking way I'll know that one.
The Forbidden Planet. Well, if it's a 50s sci-fi movie, I'm just going to go ahead and say, like, Lost in Space.
Okay, I'm going to say... Wait, and it's the Lost... Well, it was based on what now? The Lost Planet?
Based on The Forbidden Planet by Irving Bloch and Alan Adler, which was inspired by Shakespeare's The Tempest.
Okay, we'll go with yours. What'd you say it was? Lost in Space?
Lost in Space. But that's just probably a terrible guess. I don't even know if that came out in the 50s.
I'm going to do, I'm going to just agree with you because I have no idea. All right, so what you got?
All right, let's see. Question number 4. In Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, what is the name of Han Solo's ship?
It was Tricentennial, the Millennium Falcon. Okay.
Yeah.
That one.
Some of these are really easy. Some of these are really hard. Let's see. Who directed the 2013 sci-fi movie Gravity, which stars Sandra Bullock and George Clooney as astronauts?
Oh, who directed it?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I honestly have no fucking clue. It's nobody that I know of. It's probably going to be some, like, French guy, I feel like. I mean, but the fact that they're asking, maybe it could be somebody.
It's got to be somebody we know. Hold up. Maybe... Oh, man. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say Steven Spielberg directed it.
It's definitely not. I'll put Brett Steven Spielberg. I'm going to say some French guy.
Okay. The more French it sounds, the more points we'll give you.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Question number 6. What is the name of the artificial intelligence system that becomes self-aware?
HAL.
Oh, good job. I got to finish the question, though. So
I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
No, it's okay. You got it right. I'm sure.
Is it from space?
It's from Space Odyssey.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Number 7. In the 1984 movie The Terminator, what phrase does Arnold Schwarzenegger's character famously say that became a popular catchphrase?
I mean, there's a lot, actually.
Yeah, it could definitely be "I'll be back," or it could be "Hasta la vista, baby," or it could be
"Give me your pants and jacket," and or whatever.
It's got to be "I'll be back," though. That's probably the most iconic, line from that movie.
Or cool. Whenever, like he's like, it doesn't. I think like
Actually, I think "Hasta la vista, baby" might be from
it's
Terminator
from a different
2.
movie. Yeah.
No, it's from Terminator, but it might be from Terminator 2.
Gotcha. Yeah. I'll be back.
Yeah,
that's
got to be it. Yeah. All right. Which 1997 sci-fi comedy film involves agents who monitor extraterrestrial interactions on Earth with Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones?
Oh my god! They could have just shut the fuck up before they said.
They really could have. Definitely Men in Black.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 9. What is the name of the fictional mineral that is sought after on the planet of Pandora in James Cameron's Avatar? Isn't it
unobtainium?
Unobtainium. Yeah, that's it.
That's what it is in. I mean, it probably is called unobtainium, but
it's something stupid like that, right?
Yeah, it's something that like. I mean, but unobtainium, isn't that what Captain America's shield is made out of?
No, that's vibranium.
Then it's unobtainium for sure. Okay, I couldn't remember if I was mixing it up. All right, is that all of them?
No, we got one more.
Okay.
Which sci-fi movie features a spacecraft called the Nostromo?
Oh, Alien.
Oh yeah, is it?
Yeah, it's Alien.
Okay. All right. Well, how many we get? Oh wait, let me look. I'm the one who.
I am the AI now. I know we got all of them. Probably I think we only missed one, which is it's the Steven Spielberg and some French guy one.
I don't think I got that one about the 1950s movie, right?
Oh, I forgot. We didn't know that one.
All
either.
right. Question number 1, Blade Runner.
Correct. We got that.
Question number 2,
Red Pill. Yeah.
Question number 3, Forbidden Planet. What was even the question? Oh, yeah. What? How are you going to say this movie was based on the short story The Forbidden Planet?
We should have known, like, whenever they're like Will Smith and, like, gave away the name or, like, the people in it. Like, we should have known it was just the name.
We should have just read on the surface level a little more. Okay, we got the Millennium Falcon for number 4.
Yep.
Alfonso Cuarón for number 5.
Hold on. We got to look up. That sounds more Italian.
That sounds pretty French. I don't know.
Alfonso.
Cuarón. The O has, like, a little, like, accent mark over it, so
no. So Alfonso Cuarón, born is blah blah blah, is a Mexican filmmaker.
Oh, son of a bitch! We were both
wrong.
Olay. Well.
Oh.
All right. Number 6, HAL 9000. So you were right about that.
Yep.
Number 7, I'll be back.
Okay. All right.
Number 8, Men in Black. Number 9, Unobtainium, and number 10, Alien.
Boom.
Boom.
We only missed 2. We got a B.
We're pretty good.
We got a B. I'll give us a B plus, just because some of those were pretty good.
I'll give us an A minus, bro.
Yeah. An A minus, dude. I like that. I like that
Go
thing.
ahead and line it up. We get bonus points for some reason.
Yeah, hell yeah. And well, that just makes the week so much better when we know, we just handled ChatGPT. But another step in the fight against AI. But remember, guys, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast, courtesy of GameSpeakPodcast.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast platforms, but you can watch it live before anyone else on twitch.tv/GameSpeak Podcast every Monday evening at 7:50 p.m. CST. Be sure to join us in the rest of the GameSpeak Podcast community at dsc.gg/GameSpeak Podcast. Check out our video content on YouTube, and if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find us by our names on Facebook. And check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram. Till next time, listeners. Later.